The hardest part of trend trading isn't finding a trend. Most traders can do that. The hard part is knowing whether a pullback is just a temporary pause or the beginning of a complete reversal. Because when you're watching a chart in real time, those two situations often look almost identical. A strong trend starts pulling back, momentum slows, price begins moving against the trend, and suddenly every trader is asking the same question: is the trend still alive? Or is it over? Get that answer wrong and you either buy directly into a reversal or miss the continuation move completely. In this video, we're gonna break down a simple framework that helps answer that question, not by predicting the future, but by gathering evidence from trend structure, momentum, and price action. We'll use gold on the 15-minute charts as our examples, but the logic works on any market and any time frame. One of the biggest misconceptions in trading is the belief that trends move smoothly. They don't. Every trend contains periods of strength and periods of weakness. Even the strongest uptrend experience pullbacks. Even the strongest downtrend experience rallies. The problem is that most traders interpret every pullback as a potential reversal, or they assume every trend will continue forever. Both assumption creates problems. That's a specific problem this strategy is designed to solve. Let's start with the triple trend indicator. Most traders use it in the simplest possible way. The color changes, they enter. Green appears, they buy. Red appears, they sell. The problem is that trend indicators aren't designed to tell you whether a pullback has truly ended. They're designed to help identifying direction, and these are two completely different jobs. Check out the screen. The market is trending lower. A temporary rally pushes price upward. The indicator reacts to that movement. Some traders immediately assume the market has become bullish, but the larger bearish trend may still be intact. The rally may simply be paused before another move lower. That's why blindly following color changes often creates frustration. The indicator isn't necessarily wrong. It's just being asked to solve a problem it wasn't designed to solve. What information is missing? To determine whether a trend is resuming after a pullback, we need more than direction. We need additional evidence. First, we need trend context. Second, we need momentum confirmation. And third, we need proof from price action. And finally, we need risk management. Before moving forward, set the triple trend indicator length to 45. That setting will be used throughout this example. The first step is understanding whether the market currently sits within a larger picture. That's where the triple trend indicator becomes useful. There are three color lines help us identify the dominant directional bias. When prices position above the triple trend structure and the indicator remains bullish, we consider the market to be in an uptrend. When prices position below the structure and indicator remains bearish, we consider the market to be in a downtrend. Notice what we're not doing. We're not entering trades simply because the indicator changes color. We're using it as a map. It tells us which direction deserves our attention, nothing more. Think of it as a filter that keeps us focused on the side of the market that currently has the advantage. Now we need to answer another question. Even if the trend still exists, is momentum actually supporting it? This is why we add the Donchian trend ribbon. The purpose of this indicator isn't to generate entries. Its purpose is to confirm whether momentum agrees with the trend. When the ribbon is green, bullish momentum is present, and when the ribbon is red, bearish momentum is present. This becomes extremely important during pullbacks because pullbacks often creates confusion, momentum fades, price retraces, the market appears uncertain. At this point, we have two pieces of evidence. The triple trend indicator provides trend direction. The Donchian trend ribbon provides momentum confirmation. but neither tools tells us exactly when buyers or sellers have regained control. For that, we need price action, because price action shows us what market principles are actually doing right now. And this is where the trade setup begins. Main trade setup. Let's walk through the bullish example. First, price must be trading above the triple trend indicator. This establishes an uptrend. Once the condition is met, we ignore sell opportunities. Our focus remains entirely on potential buys. Next, we wait for a pullback toward the triple trend structure. This is a critical step. Many traders feel uncomfortable waiting. They see a strong bullish candles and rush into the market, but strong trends regularly pause and retraces. By waiting for a pullback, we're allowing the market to offer a potential better opportunity. As price approaches the triple trend lines, momentum typically slows. This slowdown is normal. In fact, it's exactly what we expect to see during a healthy correction. The challenge is determining when the correction is ending. To do that, identify the most recent swing high. This level represents the last area where buyers previously demonstrated a strength. Now we wait. And this waiting period is important. A pullback can bounce several times before falling. Many traders enter on the first sign of a strength. The problem is that temporarily strength doesn't necessarily mean the trend has resumed. We need a stronger evidence. That evidence arrives when price breaks above the most recent swing high. Why does this matter? Because a breakout above the level suggests buyers are no longer simply defining the pullback. They're actively pushing price higher again. The market is showing renewed initiative. The trend is attempting to expand once more. Before entering, we perform one final check. Look at the Donchian trend ribbon. If the ribbon is green, momentum is supporting the breakout. Now we have three layers of evidence: trend direction, momentum confirmation, and price action confirmation. Only when all three align do we consider entering the trade. Now risk management. No setup wins every time. That's why risk management remains essential. Never risk more than 1% of your capital on a single trade. And for a stop loss placement, use either the triple trend structure or the most recent swing low. Both locations represent logical areas where the bullish continuations idea would likely become invalid. For take profit, target 1.5 times your risk. This creates a favorable balance between reward and risk while keeping expectations realistic. The goal is not perfection, the goal is consistency. The bearish version follows the same logic in reverse. Price must be below the triple trend structure. We focus only on sell opportunities. Wait for a rally back toward the trend zone, mark the most recent swing low. A break below that level suggests sellers are regaining control. Confirm that the Donchian trend ribbon is red, then manage the trade using the same risk parameters. The biggest lesson from this strategy is that trends rarely fail all at once. Most traders go through a testing phase first. Momentum slows, price pulls back, uncertainty increases, and that's where many traders make emotional decisions. The objective isn't to predict whether a trend will continue. The objective is to wait for evidence that continuation is actually occurring. The triple trend indicator helps identify direction. The Donchian trend ribbon helps measure momentum. Price action helps validate participation. Risk management protects you when the market disagrees. Together, they create a framework for evaluating trend continuation rather than guessing it. And that's an important distinction. Most traders spend their time trying to find trends. Professional traders spend their time validating them.